to the studio, to your eyes and ears. I welcome you back. Glorious Victory Monday, the 816 hour, sitting down. Carter and Keegan, boys, how are you folks doing today?
It's another Victory Monday. I mean, hey, not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 straight dubs for the Kansas City Chiefs. 5.
At first,
Bang.
I thought you were going to do all 9 wins, and I was like, man, we might be here for a second. Carter, how are you doing, sir?
Good, I'm good. I forgot to get my Victory coffee this morning, so I have to make up for it tomorrow.
Look at that.
But Chiefs victory, you always sleep better at night. So
That's true. But obviously, going to jump right into it. Chiefs yesterday get that big 26-10 win against Bryce Perkins and the LA Rams. It truly, it just felt like the game was never in doubt, even after Sky Moore muffed that punt. I know we'll talk about it later. I just didn't find myself worried at all. Yes, Bryce Perkins was starting, how good the Chiefs have been playing, but just an initial thought from you guys. Keeg, starting off with you. How'd you feel about that game as a whole, man?
Yeah, like you said, it really didn't feel close. I've been calling it the most boring win ever. I will always take a win no matter what, but for the Chiefs to go 1-6 in the red zone, you didn't expect that game. I mean, you expected the Chiefs to score more than just 2 touchdowns that game. They had to settle for 4 field goals. But yeah, the game was never in doubt. The defense has shown what it can do, and it showed it again yesterday. It was a big reason why the Chiefs took the dub.
I agree. Carter, how'd you feel, sir?
I agree. I mean, it had to have been the quietest 440 total yard performance I've ever seen. I mean, I guess there were just no big plays other than that Travis Kelce 20-yard touchdown run, but yeah, I loved it. It's great. It's great not to be stressed out on every single play. I love it.
Hey, absolutely. It's just kind of like it's starting to get to that point of the year, November, December. A lot of people are talking about it. Chiefs are 26-0 in the last 26 games in November and December. They just continue to get it done game in and game out. Absolutely love it. I quickly wanted to hit on Mahomes' stats through these last 5 games. 66 completion percentage, 370 passing yards a game, 13 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Is Patrick Mahomes the MVP as we stand right now?
Yeah, he's got 6 more touchdowns than any other quarterback.
I saw
6.
I was listening to First Things First, and Nick Wright said from Mahomes to the number 2 guy in touchdowns and yards is the same from the number 2 guy to Kirk Cousins. I don't know how much weight that holds or how true that is, but even if it's the slightest bit, no slashing Kirk at all, no slander, but that's wild.
Where is Kirk rated there? Do we know?
Probably like 6th, 7th, or 8th spot, I would say, around there.
That's a huge gap.
100%.
It's insane. I mean,
almost as big as that Travis Kelce one.
Yeah,
that we talked
very
about.
Very fair. Mm-hmm. Carter talked about him having what was it, the most yards ever by a tight end, or maybe was it just receiving? He had that take at the beginning of the year, and he might be getting the tight end.
Yeah,
right.
I had that take. He was going to break the receiving yards record.
Single season receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Gosh, hey, who knows?
He's already at 12 tutties.
Dang, that's insane.
Dude, I'm telling you, to look at the Chiefs numbers this year and say, I mean, I'm going to bring it up again. Mahomes has 29 touchdowns, and the next closest is 23. How is that not talked about more? That is insane. That is 6 more touchdowns than anybody else.
That's wild.
It just feels like the year he threw 50 and 5,000. Mm-hmm. And like everybody just didn't expect that, so they're just going crazy. It was talked about MVP, but now he has 6 more touchdowns. You're like, oh, well, it's Patrick Mahomes.
True.
We're not surprised, you know. So it's just insane. I'm just so glad he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Man, I agree. A big thing with why Mahomes is succeeding so much is just like we talked about a couple pods ago, but just that next man up mentality, just guys stepping up when they need to step up. 9 different receivers yesterday caught a pass for over 10 yards for the Chiefs. It seems like everyone in this Justin Watson started for the if you watch the first play, it was Justin Watson and Juju and MVS were on the sidelines. Who was the other wide receiver? I can't even think. It was Sky Moore. Yes, Sky Moore and Justin Watson started that game for Kansas City. It was a handoff, but still absolutely wild.
Looking at the snap count yesterday, Justin Watson had more more snaps than MVS.
Wow.
I feel like that's a little surprising. I mean, obviously it matters based off the formation and everything they use. Mm-hmm. But I saw that and I was surprised. I mean, I feel like that's saying we rely more on Justin Watson than MVS.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to look at it. I mean, Justin Watson out there after Sky muffs that punt return early in the game, he catches that second punt return. He's hyping up the crowd, getting everyone going. I absolutely love it. But Keeg, I want to flip this to you. How did you feel about the Ronald Jones performance? 4 rushes, 12 yards, 1 reception on 1 target for 12 yards. Didn't fully unleash him, but initially I know you were big on this Ronald Jones getting upgraded, activated on the field.
Probably about the same I felt before he even played. That's not a hate on the guy, but you just didn't see much from him. He did look fresh. He looked like, he has some couple of 4 or 5 yard runs that looked really good. But one of those, I was just looking for him to, turn into Rojo and just kind of break a few more tackles and keep it going. Obviously only 4 rushes. You can only show so much. But going forward, we're going to have more running backs play, and I don't know how to feel about it going forward since we just signed Melvin Gordon to the practice squad. So
that was gonna be the next point. Carter, I'm taking it to you because you are the Isaiah Pacheco fantasy owner in our league. Newly signed Melvin Gordon, 2-time Pro Bowler, obviously up there in age, late 20s, 29. I believe. Key, correct me if I'm wrong.
He was born.
Man's about to give me the day he was born, but can't tell me his age. What is this?
I don't know because I was looking before this and I couldn't. It didn't tell me his age, but it told me he was born in '93.
Oh, gotcha. So 7.
So whoever's got quick maths on them.
29.
You were right. Look at that.
Hey, what can I say? I'm like that. But Carter, how do you feel about the Chiefs running backs going forward? Not only from a fantasy perspective, put that aside at some point.
I'm worried for both, to be honest. Fantasy especially, he's gonna eat away at Pacheco's production for my fantasy team. I really need it right now. But from a Chiefs perspective, I'm worried about it there too. I don't want the Chiefs to try and overcomplicate the run game by adding more and more guys.
I get that for sure. Keegan, we've seen in the past, Chiefs sign these Le'Veon Bell, LeSean McCoy. I know Shady suited up for Kansas City, but Le'Veon Bell, Terrell Suggs, kind of these later acquisitions that they made. Will we see Melvin Gordon suit up for the Chiefs?
Yes.
How long would you guys think till we see Melvin Gordon?
Well, when do we play the Broncos?
Oh, God. The fact that they still haven't played the Broncos and they're going into week 12 is absolutely wild, but I'll quickly...
They played the Broncos, I think, week 14. We got the Broncos twice.
14 and then 17.
14. Look at Carter.
Carter's him.
I'm telling you. So they got Cincinnati this week. Break him out against Denver?
You just... I tweeted this. You let him go crazy for the 2 Denver games. You let him get a ring. Call it good.
I agree. Hey, I like it. But boys, that takes me into the next topic. The biggest positive that you took away from this game. Carter, starting off with you. What was the biggest thing you liked about this Chiefs performance yesterday?
Say it every week. Patrick Mahomes' ability to pass the ball around to different guys. It's not just the 2 weapons that we saw last year, the 2-3 guys last year. It's I mean, it's 8+ guys every week that are touching the ball. It's hard to cover somebody in this offense.
I agree. Everyone, just with how methodical and how intricate it is, everyone running everywhere. There's just always seems like Patty's that guy finding someone open. But Key, your biggest positive from yesterday's game?
I have two. I'm gonna make one really quick.
Okay.
We talked about the run game. Isaiah Pacheco had 22 carries yesterday.
Man, I told sorry to cut you off. I told Carter that, and that man was taken back. When was the last time outside of that game against? I know we talked about it after the Bucs game. When was the last time you saw a Chiefs running back get more than 20 carries in a game?
Maybe 2018
Kareem
with Kareem.
It would have had to.
Other than that, nothing
Kareem hit
since
20
Jamal.
maybe once or two. They usually don't beat him.
I was gonna say I know Damian didn't get 20. I don't
No.
think. I know, yeah, but Daryl didn't get 20 in a game.
Mm-mm.
But sorry, go back to the Isaiah take. My bad.
Yeah, him having 22 carries. I didn't realize that until I looked at the box score. That's insane. I love that. He did the most with it too. Real quick, he's fourth in rushing yards since he's been the starter. So pretty good. But my main point, Brian Cook got his first NFL start yesterday. If you look at the box score, he only had a couple tackles. Played really well in my eyes. I mean, fill in for Juan Thornhill. Was all over the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think stepped up in a big way, kind of like that next man up. He did his thing.
I agree wholeheartedly. It's good to see the young guys get on the field, especially with how good they play.
Oh, also real quick, Justin Reed, 28 coverage snaps, targeted 0 times.
Wow. Just kind of that guy. I feel like I was talking to during the game yesterday. It kind of feels like a lot of the Chiefs games, not a lot are they talking about the safeties. Like you don't really see Juan and Justin Reed a bunch. I feel like a lot of them, like, yes, the Chiefs get burnt deep a lot. Like I just feel like there's no safety help at times. I don't know if that.
No, yeah, I got you. It's kind of hard. I mean, we don't see those people on the screen, so it's kind of hard to tell
That's
if
true.
Justin Reed is playing well. That was actually the argument on Twitter. People were like, is Justin Reed even part of this defense? And the only reason I know that he went 28 coverage snaps with 0 target is because someone said, is Justin Reed a part of this defense? And he replied
I was going to
with
say,
that stat.
tell me he said something back.
So I guess there's something with safety, Kansas City safeties and their fans.
Hey.
But I mean, you're getting 28 coverage snaps and not getting targeted once. You're doing something right.
That's true. To quickly hit on my biggest positive from yesterday's game, Harrison freaking Butker. That man is back. I think 4 for 4 on kicks yesterday. Hit from 27, 32, 22, and again from 22. Just another day at the office for that man, Harrison. I felt like this kind of day was needed for him. I know last week he also went perfect. So just seeing him not miss any kicks, kind of Chiefs fans get back on his side. He gets his confidence up, some shorter kicks. I think it'll definitely pay out in the long run. But
definitely a game they needed him too.
100%, especially taking us to our biggest negatives. Might be talking about some red zone tendencies from Kansas City, but Key, start us off. Biggest negative.
Yeah, I'll go red zone. The red zone was a problem, but it's not something I'm worried about. You look at 1-6 in the red zone. But to be honest, knowing Andy Reid and playing Cincinnati next week, he wasn't trying to show the playbook too much. It feels such like an Andy Reid thing. So honestly, I'm not that worried about the 1-6 in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
I hit on the special teams a couple times last few weeks. It was a problem again yesterday, but they fixed it. So I mean, not much to talk about after there. But they did say today, I think Andy said that Sky's done returning punts for the foreseeable future.
As it should be. As it should be. I respect
that. It's not even Sky's fault at this point. Why are you still throwing him out there?
I was going to say, he didn't return punts in college. He obviously returned punts in the off season and everything. But
because we saw him at training camp, and he muffed 2 before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a couple that you see him, not making the right reads. I don't know what to call it when you're returning, but like him leaning forward and trying to catch it like a receiver. He looks nervous out there as a returner. And
He
that's
does.
just not his game, and that's okay. Like, look how great he is in the receiving. I mean, just
That's
give him
true.
more offensive snaps.
That's true, wholeheartedly. But Carter, any negatives from yesterday's game?
No, I was gonna hit on the special teams, Dave Tubb, and I close the Sky Moore punt returner book. Throw the book in the trash. Light the trash can on fire. Never think about that ever again. He's done. He's a receiver, not a punt returner. Remember
Carter,
that.
what are you gonna do? First playoff game, Chiefs get 3 and out, and then Sky Moore's back there, return the punt. How you feeling?
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna turn it off.
Carter's going to be in his living room chanting, Sky, 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 Sky. I'm telling
He's
you.
like, I know you messed up, but this is the one, Sky.
Let's go,
This is the
Redemption.
one.
Let's go.
Redemption.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, he
Carter-
muffed it again.
I saw Keeg retweeted it, but Carter, did you know Isaiah Pacheco is he first or second in kick return for the Pro Bowl, Keeg?
First.
First.
Check that. And return specialist.
Yup.
That don't matter.
It's
He's
a
not gonna
shame.
get the job.
It's a shame that they ain't playing in the
Yeah,
Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah, he's not gonna be in a Pro Bowl. It's gonna be
Yeah, but
Devin
he
Duvernay.
can still get the vote. Yeah, I saw that. I had the text halfway. I was mid sentence when you sent the email. I was like, he's leading for return specialist. He hasn't done too much. He's had like maybe 1 or 2 good kick returns, but him balling out on offense is probably the reason why him getting all those votes, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like McCole, his rookie year, got that returner of the year or whatever, and I was just like,
Yeah.
didn't have one. Really? Okay. But real quick, like Keegan, my biggest negative, it was the Chiefs' red zone offense. Just 1 for 6 in the red zone. You got to take 3. 4 different times. Thankfully, Harrison was able to convert all of those. But against a Buffalo, against a Baltimore, against a team with a starting quarterback, offense at full power, come the playoffs, you got to get 6 in those opportunities. Mahomes, he commented on it after the game, but that bad pick he threw in the fourth quarter, that was just rough. He continues to say at every press conference, he's just got to take out that one stupid play, that one bad pass, and that just completely changes everything. So again, like he can say, I'm not worried about it because Andy did mention in his press conference after the game that it's something that they have to figure out. It's somewhere that they don't really find struggles with in the red zone, especially with how the Chiefs kind of work. I mean, they're doing twists and turns and it's wild. But
They had Sky Moore throw a pass.
I was going to say Sky Moore out there throwing passes. But yeah, that'd be the only negative I'd have to take away from that game.
Ooh, let me see.
When do we see the Chiefs run the Philly special?
Ooh.
Never.
Oh, with Patty catching a touchdown. He hasn't caught a touchdown in his career, and I do think he will at some point. I don't think it'll be this year, and if they do, it'll be in the divisional round in the third quarter.
Okay.
But-
okay.
Either of you got a guess?
Super Bowl to win it.
What a call.
Wow.
Hey, if Dougie P and Nick Foles can do it, Andy Reid and
Why not?
Patrick Mahomes-
Hey, last play of the game, what are we calling, Andy? We're calling Philly special. They'll never see it going.
Hey.
Throw it up to Patty like he's Tom Brady.
Golly, did you guys see it was during the game they were talking about it? Andy was actually trying to get Pat to throw backwards passes at times. They were talking about like all the random plays they run. And he said that obviously during the offseason, we saw videos from training camp, Mahomes throwing behind the back. But I guess Andy tried to have him do it once. Oh, I don't know if in a game or not, but boys.
They're going to pull it out. AFC Championship, game on the line. They're like, oh, Mahomes, he can't get out of the pocket. Just throws it backwards for 30 yards for a tutty. And they're gonna be like, it's going to be silence.
I was going to say there wouldn't be words.
It's going to be at Arrowhead. It's going to be dead quiet. You're just going to hear nothing.
You're going to hear jaws hit the floor, and that's about it.
Oh, I would love that. I wouldn't even be surprised.
No, honestly. But boys, couple more things. You got a player of the game from yesterday. Carter, you want to start us off? Kick it off?
I'm gonna.
He's deferring. Folks. I'll take it over,
defer.
Carter.
I'll defer.
You got more time. I will take this one over, and then we'll flip it to Keeg. But I'm going with the Chiefs' offensive line as the player of the game. Joe Thuney was out. I was worried that the Chiefs' offense could struggle. No sacks given up. Mahomes was able to stay upright all game. They were able to establish a run game like Keegan talked about. Isaiah had 22 carries, not great or anything in the rushing performance, but just the fact that they were able to grind out a win like this. We've said it time in and time out. When the Chiefs can run the ball, that's when they play the best. They prove they can win these grinded out games. So I just really liked that there was no hiccup going against still a great Rams defensive line. Honestly, their strong suit of their team. I think that was a great showing from that Chiefs offense. But
Yeah, for sure.
You said what?
Aaron Donald, he did a little bit of stuff on that first drive, had me a little worried.
Oh yeah, it looked like there was a chance that he could take over.
Oh my God! Well, because the only way for the Rams to be in the game was if Thuney's out and Donald takes the game over. In that first series, I was like, here we go.
Where he gets popped by Trey Smith and just runs around the pocket or all the way. And I was like, this man is so fast for that size. How is that possible?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, he hit Mahomes one good time, and I was like, okay, we can call the game. We can call the game.
All right, Chad.
Warm up on the sidelines. But no, my player of the game, give me L'Jarius Sneed. Dude has played like a Pro Bowler this year, maybe even an All-Pro. Can you guys take a guess where L'Jarius Sneed is ranked in PFF's overall cornerbacks?
Number 5.
PFF is weird. Okay. I'm gonna go 12.
12.
Who?
The second best cornerback in football. He's rated by PFF. Take that information and do whatever with it. But L'Jarius Sneed, man, has been balling, and he deserves a payday. So pay that man.
Dude's a baller. But Carter?
I'll go with Nick Bolton. It feels like every game he plays, he gets better. He had 11 total tackles yesterday, 1 tackle for a loss, and 1 interception. Granted, it was tipped up in the air a mile high. He came down with it, but interception. So
I agree. Last thing I want to quickly mention, congratulations to that man, Chris Jones. 10th sack. Got him a $1.25 million incentive of hitting that double-digit sack number. Very
boy.
And
boy. Big Macs for sacks.
Andy Reid also is the most winningest all-time coach at Arrowhead now.
You mean GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, right?
Get it right.
Yes.
Get it right.
I'm just making sure, Key. But boys, next week, did anyone else have anything from the game yesterday?
No.
Just say next week, Chiefs are on the road versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati just got that dub yesterday. Jamar Chase is likely going to suit up.
Who cares? Trent McDuffie.
So, boys, with this, obviously we could sit here and talk about the game for 30 minutes. I just want one word to describe this matchup, and we're rolling the clip. Start us off. One word.
McDuffie.
I love that. Carter?
Revenge.
Oh, I wrote down blockbuster. Must watch. But Carter, roll the clip.
Hit us up anywhere you get your podcast. Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. We're there. Hit us up. Leave likes. Twitter.
What's happening?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're there too. We're with the young new crowd on TikTok. We're there. We're everywhere. The 816 Hour is here.
The Cartel / the 816 Hour. Get your merch. Hey, all I'm saying is Christmas time is coming soon. What better gift to give than some 816 Hour merch, boys? Get ready for a big Chiefs playoff run, supporting your favorite local podcast. I like how Carter nothing. The man is immune to pressure whenever he's running that clip. I could talking to Key. Carter said, "Nah, I'm stone." But
my time has come.
What a guy. But boys, we got anything else?
No.
No.
We out?
We're out.
Peace.